Alright, I'm going to open up the Sasquatch foot here. Let me give you a little backstory. My father was hunting with his friend Morty Lucas, and he said that it was before they could shoot ducks. It was early in the morning, so it's just right about that time when it starts getting light out, and they were hunting in a lot of cattails, and that's mush king. Mush king is when cattails die. You know, every year they grow up and then they die during the winter, and then this repeats itself and it creates this really black, swampy soil. And that's what they were in. And it just started getting light out, and they said that the Bigfoot was running towards them and it looked like it was going to kill them. So they had no other option, but they shot at it. They shot in the air first and it kept coming. And he said that it was running across this swampy ground, you know, 15 miles an hour. He said that its feet, the big feet, were working as if they were like a snowshoe and stamping down on the cattails, and he wasn't sinking in, where a human sinks into Mush King. So they shot it, they unloaded, it kept coming, they loaded up, and they shot the thing at point blank and killed it. Now, a little bit about the Sasquatch community. Y'all are a bunch of assholes. It's the truth. And when I started making... I've been making Sasquatch... I've been talking about Bigfoot since the 80s. I have. And I knew when I started putting stuff out on... This is heavy, by the way. It's real fucking heavy. You know? People are like, no, that weighs like 2 pounds. You think that this weighs 2 pounds. Not even close. Not even close. So when I started putting out stuff on YouTube about Bigfoot, and the Bigfoot community started fucking with me, I'm like, you all don't even know who you're fucking with. I'm the only one that has conclusive proof that Bigfoot exists. The only one. And I have the foot, and I have a hand, and I have some other body parts, and that's all I'm going to say. Tests have been run, and there's more tests being done. I'm working with Cornell and the Smithsonian. Let's check out the foot. I haven't seen this in years. It's been absolute years. Just cutting the tape. My father would break this thing out on special occasions, usually Halloween. He'd have it in the freezer and then have all the kids come look at it. And, oh, here's a note for Peter. I'll read this later. This is from my father. It's got a date on it, 1996. That's about the time that he redid his will. Now, they made the decision to cut it up because it was too heavy to move and they were in a swampy area. He said they had no other options. So they cut the feet off, they cut the legs off, they cut up to here and then cut the rest off, so they just had a torso, and then they drug the torso through the Mush King. My cat Bucket is trying to, you know, he wants to eat it. So that's how they got it out of there. They had no other option. They could not keep it whole. This happened in 1953, December 23rd. So it's remained frozen and in an airtight Tupperware tub pretty much most of the time. Remy, go. That's my pigeon, Remy. Oh, yeah. This is exactly how I remember it. It's crazy looking. Fuck, it's really fucking heavy. Bigfoot foot, frozen. Do you think I was making this up? It's frozen, so it's sliding off the thing. But let me get a camera. Let me get the camera, and we'll go closer, and I can show you a little bit more about this. By the way, when my dad shot this, and they were cutting it up, it's very heavy. He said that cutting it up was a problem, and in the late 70s, he was talking with the billionaire DuPont and talking with him that this might have like military applications, because when they cut it, I gotta put it down, it's too heavy. And when they cut it, he said that they had to use cable cutters to cut the veins. the tendons and the veins, they had to use a cable cutter. He said that the bone was even stronger than like human bone. He said that the skin was very tough. That was the talk with John DuPont, was that like maybe they could breed these and make some kind of skin for military applications. Let me get the camera and bring it in closer. Okay, so you could see it here. You could see the bone, and you can see this vein sticking up where they had to cut it with the cable cutters. Notice the skin here. The skin is really tough, and it's like almost impervious to a blade. It took hours, literally hours, to cut the Bigfoot up. Notice the crazy looking toes and shit, frozen in ice. See how the fur's all frozen and matted? It's really been frozen for a long, long time. Let me pick it up and turn it around. Let me move the camera. It's very heavy. I have to lean on this, but as you can see, it's a very, very, very large foot. It weighs a ton. It really does. It weighs a lot. It smells. It has an odor to it. Like with the arm, it has an odor almost like mint or something with a lot of chlorophyll in it, like almost a piney smell, similar to that of you know how if you eat a mango, there's that little tinge of like pininess to it. That's what you smell. It's like just a hint. It's not heavy. It's not strong, but the foot itself stinks. And when my dad shot it, he said, you know, they were in Mush King, and that Mush King soil, that black soil, just stinks, and it has a lot of that swampy water on it. It stayed frozen. It's like after they cut it up and drug it out of the swamp, they went and got dry ice and got it home, so it's just remained frozen just about the whole time. But it's starting to thaw. It's starting to thaw right now, but it's very heavy. This is hard to hold. Here, get a close look so that you can see I'm not making this up. It's fucking real, okay? It's very heavy. It's fucking real. I told you all I fucking had it. You know? I told you all I fucking had it. The only proof of Sasquatch in existence, I own it. I own it. And you think that I just have a foot? You're fooling yourself. I have more than a foot. Take one more look at it. Now it's starting to thaw, so I have to put it back. But let's get you real close, so you can see I'm not bullshitting anybody. It's still cold. Still very cold. This is very hard to hold like this. It's very hard to hold. Look at the bottom of the foot. There's still material from what it was stepping in. You know? It's totally real. I told you I can't hold it very long. Its weight, I've never weighed it, but it's like it would have to weigh, you know, 28, 30 pounds, maybe, I don't know. Maybe more than 30, I'm not sure. Okay, see, it's starting to thaw. So it's still frozen, but I wanted to point out some things about it that are very interesting. If you notice, like, how much the blood congealed here, right? That's a big blood clot. There's several of them on the foot, like, you know, and these veins that are going up it. Those are the veins that my dad was talking with John DuPont about, like, it's the tensile strength of the veins. It's fucking incredible. You know, that's what he said. He said it was even hard to cut it with cable cutters. Look at the marrow. The marrow's still in there. I mean, I have DNA. I have DNA. That's an actual Bigfoot foot and ankle. I've been telling people this for years. I've been saying, you know, Bigfoot exists. Bigfoot is real. It is a real animal. It could be, it very possibly could be alien in origin, more than likely. Now, undoubtedly, there's going to be some assholes that are going to say that this isn't real. You know? You're out of your fucking mind. It's fucking real. It's fucking real. It's still icy. I can move it real easy when it's on the top of the table. But it's fucking real. All right, I'm putting it up because it's really, I got some water here, and it's swamp water. Check it out. It's real nasty. See, it's starting to thaw, and that is swamp water. You know, that's swamp water from where they shot it. So I'm going to put the foot up before it starts really thawing. But there you go. See, it's still really frozen. See how frosty it is? But the frost is starting to come off. Here, let me make it a little bit more easy to see. Okay? Here, the frost is off of it. Okay, now you can really see it before I put it up, because I don't really give a shit, okay? There you go. Spin it around for you. It's fucking real. I told you it's fucking real. Get a little bit more frost off of it. It's fucking real. It's going back in the refrigerator.